I started like 10,000, 5,000, going up to 50,000. I think, yeah, my limit was 100,000. But now, with desire for so much things, because for me, I already saw it as a means of earning. Last year, I think around September, I had a sum of money. I was considering buying a car at that period. I had that amount of money, but now I was thinking I wanted to multiply that money, you know, to be able to buy that car and do something else.
Have something.
Yes. So that was when I increased my stake. I ended up losing all the money. The budget I had, I ended up losing all that money.
What's the biggest amount of money that you have placed on a bet?
I can say on a single bet, I've placed 2 million francs and I've lost. The day that money got finished, I had another 500,000 in my phone. I took that 500,000 and deposited it, hoping that I could make back that money. But at least I'm alive. Like people were dead.
Hi guys, welcome again to another episode of the Real Life Show, where we keep it real behind the world of content creation. If you are here for the first time, you might want to hit that subscribe button in order to see more of us, or even better of us, because we have some really exciting episodes coming up next and you wouldn't want to miss it. Today in the studio, I'm joined by someone who knows a lot about the world of sports betting, at least better than most people. If you are just curious about sports betting or you are already deep into it, this conversation is going to open your eyes a lot more. And I think you should look forward to watching this video to the end of it. He goes by the name Benzo Bets. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, brother.
So let's just get into it. Let's start from the real beginning. How did you get into sports betting?
Well, I can say I started placing bets firstly when I was about from 3. I had my small XTG phone. No, I used to hide it while using it. I used to place bets. You know, when I win, I'm very excited. But at times I used to lose. I used to even use my full money to place bets right up to this extent. So
did you just pick up and start playing casually, or you actually took your time to study sports betting?
No, actually, you know, if you want to venture into betting, you must be favorable for you if you are a football fan. So I've always loved football from the start. So at least when you're more fun with football, it's easy for you because like you likely can predict outcomes. So you have to be a football fan.
When did you realize you are actually good at sports betting?
I can say it was last year, you know, because I used to place games, and sometimes when I show my friends the outcome, I should be sharing with them. So many people started saying that. So I started sharing on my WhatsApp status.
Yeah.
But now, you know, many people who used to come and view the status after the game has played. So they were complaining a lot that I should even create a group. So that was when I first of all created a WhatsApp group to be able to share games with people.
Now, what about people who are not like football fans, or who are not into sports? Do you think that they can just get up out of the blues and play, or you advise people to study before playing your games?
Firstly, if let me say you're getting games from someone, it's more easier because you're just rely on that person to, you know, have to share with you to play. But if you want to play on your own, I advise that you should follow football a lot, because if you're not a football fan or you don't know much about football, it's very difficult for you to be profitable.
Which is your favorite team in football?
I'm a Real Madrid fan.
Real Madrid fan. Do you feel like Real Madrid sometimes influences the way you play your bets?
Actually, yes. Emotions always get in the way, and it makes me to lose money sometimes. I've lost a lot of money because of emotions. So if you're a gambler, you should set aside your emotions. I should be realistic. Where, you know, the game.
Has Real Madrid made you lose more or win more?
Well, I can say for this year, I'll say lose more because this year has been terrible. But over the long run, I can say that I've made more profit for me.
Now, how do you control it? Well, because emotions will play part with everybody. I think if they have a favorite football club, how do you manage these? Because I believe that there are times that you feel like Real Madrid here is a underdog.
Yes.
But then because you love them, you still want to go for them.
Yes, and that's true. Just like even the last match that they played with PSG, I knew that they would not win that match, but I still went for the game. That's where emotions get in. But now, if to avoid such, you avoid betting on that game. Because if you avoid the other games that you can bet on, so that you know the emotions take control of you. The best thing to avoid the game.
So you avoid betting on games, including your favorite club, where your favorite club is.
Yes, but if it's a game that I see that is very easy for them, a favorable game, I can go with them.
What would you say is the difference between gambling, just gambling, and then gambling with strategy?
For me, I can say just gambling. then I can say you're addicted. You're just doing it because you see people do it, just because you want to do it. But now, gamble with a strategy. Your aim is to make profit. You do everything it takes to make that profit. Like, you be strategic. You would put caution.
Would you say you have? Because even with strategy, you still lose sometimes.
You still lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is it more of luck, or is more of actual strategy?
You cannot say luck. You cannot say luck because it's not luck that makes you to go and take the picks that you're taking. You have to think. You see, strategize. You study the outcomes. Like, you look at their previous games. There are teams that know, like, for example, I can say that now. You can say that PSG is informed this pro. You take them to win, but in this kind of situation that they lost, like the game that they just lost already to Chelsea, that kind of situation you cannot help it. So that's why it's gambling. You must lose. You cannot win forever. So you go with strategy. You cannot call it luck.
But do you count on luck? Do you count on a certain percentage of luck?
There are times that you can count on luck. Like, you consider yourself lucky, not that you count on luck. You consider yourself lucky when it goes in your favor, but you cannot say you count on luck. You consider yourself lucky.
Now, do you only focus on, like you say, you're a football fan, you have your favorite football team. Do you only focus on football, or you spread your bets throughout us?
I focus on football only because I know that's where I have knowledge in football. I cannot go and bet on basketball when I can even list 5 basketball teams. So doing that, you're just maybe risky your own money. Better you focus where you have knowledge.
But you don't feel like even where you do not like basketball, like you mentioned. Yes. I mean, if you hear that LeBron James is playing in this team, when you think that it
has never impacted me anyway. I just focus on what I know. That way it's good. It's easy for you to just like to be profitable because you focus on what you know. It's not good to like extend your limits to where you're not familiar with.
Now, some people always say betting is, Forex is close to betting. What do you think about that?
For me, I'll say yes, because first of all, it all entails risks. And I can say it's related because you're taking risks to make profit, and there are things that you cannot stop. There are times that you must. That's why I say that in Forex, you must lose. You must lose no matter how profitable you are. You must lose. It's the same to betting. No matter how profitable you are, you must lose. So,
do you think that most people lose or win when it comes to betting?
I can say that most people lose because most people don't do it with a strategy. They just bet because the others are betting. So I think that most people lose. They always say that betting, or I don't know, we can say gambling platforms are meant for people to lose, not for people to win. Do you feel that it's both ways? Because for me, I think that if you gamble with discipline, it's difficult for you to lose. Because, for example, I can say there are people that they can place more than 100 bets in a day. But if you discipline yourself, this day you have just a bet to place. If you place that bet and you lose, you go to the next day. That's discipline, and it'll be difficult for you to not be profitable. So if you gamble with discipline, I can say you'll be profitable.
Now, human beings have a very selfish mind. There might be days that you feel like, okay, it's going my way, or like you are saying, you can discipline yourself and say that you won't play more than one bet today. Now, you might play that one bet and then you win, and then looking at the rest of the day, let's say you had matches for 1 p.m, 2 p.m, right up to like 3 p.m. Now it goes your way. Maybe you play 2, and it goes your way. You look at the rest of the day and feel like, okay, now we might have Real Madrid still playing in the evening, a very likely to win match. Most people will still likely play. Sometimes you discipline yourself and they go against your rules, and going against your rules you still win. Sometimes going against your rules you lose. So is it that you have already disciplined yourself in a way that go up, come down, you cannot do more than?
Actually, there are days that you must go against the discipline. But now, discipline only saves you in the long run. Because if you can go against your discipline today, it might be profitable, it might not be profitable. But if you go against that discipline, it's just profitable. It's your win. If you lose, it's your loss. You just take it for that day.
How many bets would you say that you place in a week?
In a week? On the normal, like when there are a lot of games, like during the football season,
yes,
I can place, if I can place a bet a day or two. So I can say a minimum of, let me say, maybe 14.
14 bets in a week.
Yes.
Do you have like do you have, since you mentioned discipline, do you have like an amount range where you know you cannot cross, you cannot go below within that 14-day period?
Well, I can't say I have an amount because like this past months I've break my limit, because at first I knew that I would just place bet. I can say highest maybe lowest 100,000 and then maybe highest I can go to 500,000. But now we greed, because at times I greed will always step in, because you might even need money for you have a project, you have something that you're doing, you expect to win higher, so you might even have to raise your stake to say accomplish your goal.
You bet right up to 500,000.
Yes, even more than that.
What's the biggest amount of money that you have placed on a bet?
I can say on a single bet I've placed 2 million francs.
2 million francs.
Yes.
What was the outcome?
It's not, I've placed a bet on 2 million francs and I've lost, and I've placed on 2 million francs and I've won. So it's winning.
Wait. How Jesus. How do you feel after? Let's forget about the winning part, because we know how excited most people would be after winning. Now, after you lost 2 million, after you lost 2 million francs on a bet, what was going through your head? Like, did you ever think of maybe you should quit? Maybe you should stop?
Yes, there are times I've thought of quitting. That was before I even had to discipline myself, because like during that moment, the only thing before I might be full of regrets. Why did I even take this step? What if even at times that you go to sleep and you have sleepless nights, a lot will be going through your mind, like, why did I even take this step? Yes, so you're full of regrets, and it's a painful experience.
Okay, do you think most people will have the courage to place a bet of that amount on one bet slip?
Firstly, it should not be based on courage. Yes, because I would think that you take such a risk if you know you have backup, if you know that you are up to the tax. Because the people that just go, or you have heard that people have used house rent, your sister's money, and all those things. Those type of risks, it can go two ways. It can be positive and it'll be a win for you, but you have to always consider what if it's negative. If you put that in your mind, then you should never even take such a risk. You should only take such a risk if you have money that can back you up. If you know that you're using this money to do this, you have money that can come in place to replace that amount of money which you have used.
Do you show people before you bet or after you have lost or won?
Nope. Normally, like I have a Telegram channel which I always post these games for everybody to view. I post the slip before and after. But in case of a loss, there's no need to post a loss slip. One already has lost. I post the slip before. If the outcome is positive, I post the one slip. But if it's not positive, we just move, prepare for the next day.
Now you mentioned people losing their house rent or their sister's money or borrowing money and placing it there. Do people come to your DM and cry and say,
I've had so many cases. People always come and cry, I should help you. I was like, I don't even reply to those messages. Why? Because placing a bet, I didn't force you to place that bet, and winning that money, you don't have to come and share with me. So if you are taking such a risk, you should be responsible for the outcome.
Now, have somebody ever come to you in a situation where, wait, how did you get to betting 2 million? How did you move from 300, because we used to do this when it was 300 francs at the road. Actually, how did you move from 300 francs to what gave you that confidence? What made you feel like? Actually,
I started like 10,000, 5,000, going up to 50,000. I think, my limit was 100,000. But now, with desire for so much things, because for me, I already saw it as a means of earning. So, last year, I think around September, I had a sum of money. I was considering buying a car at that period. I had that amount of money, but now I was thinking I wanted to multiply that money, to be able to buy that car and do something else.
Have something.
Yes. So that was when I increased my stake. Even though I ended up losing all the money, the budget I had, I ended up losing all that money.
Wait, the amount of money that can buy a car, you lost it?
I lost it all in the space of 1 week. That period was mad. That's why you should not bet with greed. That period, I was traumatized.
Yes.
Nobody around me even knew what was going on. None of my friends even knew what was going on. But I was traumatized for the whole of that period.
Jesus.
Because of greed.
But anyway, recently I saw that you purchased a car.
Yes.
Did you manage to get back all of that money, or it was from a different source?
No, I got back all of that money and even more. That's why I told you that I had to now be disciplined. I had to set, there was a period that I even suspended my account from betting because I had to, get everything straight because I lose focus because of greed. So I had to set everything straight and move on the right path.
Now, how much of a blow did that period where you lost that money for your car? Did you after losing that money? Let's just because I know that you was not on one bet.
Yes,
all of that money was not on one bet. Now, for the length of time that you are betting all of that money, at the end of the day, when it got finished, did you take a break, or you just try to push it with whatsoever you had left?
During that period, at first, the day that money got finished, I had another 500,000 in my phone. I took that 500,000 and deposited it, hoping that I could make back that money. I wish if I was in my right of mind, I could never do it because that there are certain amount of odds that you go in for that. You've already said it's impossible, but just because of that greed at that particular point in time, you want to just take the risks. As I lost that 500,000, the first game on that slip, that it got lost. After that, it was on Sunday. The whole of that period, I was just depressed. I slept a lot in the afternoon. Then in the night, now that's why I cannot sleep instead. I will be thinking about a lot. What if I did not even take the risks? But after that time, I had to forget about everything.
Do you think, because in your Telegram channel, I believe there are people there who follow you up. Now, do you think there are people there who have lost more than you have?
I don't think so.
Do people bet the same amount of money that you bet, or
there are people that bet the same amount of money that I bet, and there are people that bet even more? But now the thing is, most of these lost sleep, nobody even knows about it because those are things I do in private. If I put out something there for people, I put out something that another at least is considered. I cannot place those kind of bets and keep all lost and I'm only posting there. I post just the normal everything that I have every day. Those are what I share out to people because I have my private bets that I place on my own. It's not everything that I can give out to people.
Okay, you don't post everything out there.
I don't post everything. There are bets I just place for myself.
Hey. I would not want to be in a situation where you were in September. See, on a serious note, I feel like most of us are addicted. Okay. You might have discipline, but there is still a level of addiction because you not tell me that it's everybody that will lose that amount of money that you lost and then up to date they are still there. So I want to ask you whether you feel like you will ever quit, or you are bound on making, I don't want to say a life out of this, but you are bound on making something that will change your life out of this betting.
Actually, for me, as I told you, I've already taken it as part of a profession for me, part of a source of income. So I don't think I can quit. So it's just to discipline yourself, because if you discipline yourself, you barely have those sad moments. You lost, yes, but you just know it's a normal loss for today. You can go again tomorrow. But so far as you're disciplined, you hardly have those moments that maybe you even have to cry. There are times that you cry. Yeah, own after losing.
Now, have they, apart from this money that you lost in September, have there been any time in your life that you felt more pain than that?
There's no time in my life that I felt more pain than that. That's the highest moment of my life. Like, you feel like even giving up, just get up every day and sit and look at places.
Yes.
It was really painful.
And then trying to find a way to get back all of it.
So for me, how I managed to overcome that, at that period in time, my only motivation was that I just turned that bell, but at least I'm alive, like people were dead. So it's just to put everything behind me and start from scratch. Nobody around me knew I was going through at that very moment. Nobody. So I just had to put everything behind me.
Why did you not feel the need to tell somebody? I mean, going through something like that alone can be traumatizing.
No, for me, actually, I don't think that telling somebody will solve a problem for me. I'm that kind of person. I don't really feel that confiding somebody will solve a problem for me. The only thing for me is to try to get the solution by myself, because share with people, sometimes you give people reasons to laugh at you. You sit and they will bring you up at other instances which might be provocative to you. So I just feel like keeping you myself and trying to overcome it will be the best way.
Okay, do you feel like now, how long would you say you have been into betting, like actually gone into it?
I can say from opposite to now. You can see that's 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years. Do you think that you will still go for another more 5 years?
Yeah, for me, I think that is something for a lifetime.
Lifetime. So you feel like you'll be able to do this a lifetime?
Yes, I feel so.
Now, doing this lifetime, you know that as life goes on, you are not going backward. Your life is moving forward. Means that what I mean by this is you have more money as life goes on. So does that mean it's possible that you will lose more than you have already lost?
I can say personally, yes. I can say I will lose more than I've already lost and I'll make more than I've already made, because firstly, you started from somewhere that I was placing bets of 20,000, 10,000, but now most of the time my bets are 100,000, 200,000. There are days I place 500,000, and now in future I'm hoping that maybe I'll just take 5 million as my normal routine. So in those normal days, you can lose that money and maybe be able to win it back. So I think that I'll lose more than I've lost, and I'll be able to make more than I have made so far.
Just as this PSG Chelsea final pass, I saw someone that lost about was it 39 million, or this Nigerian guy?
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Is it? I don't even want to know if because until now I'm still confused, or maybe because I've seen some of your bets. Because people actually feel like these bet slips are actually photoshopped and put out there, like they don't actually bet. Have you ever had experience with one of these guys, like discuss with them?
No, actually I've never, but personally for me, I can say yes, there are edited bet slips, but if you see someone betting up to that extent, it means that they have the money to back them up, because I don't think that's a small person. Actually, he has been placing bets before. It might be a huge loss to him, but it does not mean that he has gone down to nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, you cannot place that kind of bet as an adult person as he is. You cannot place that kind of bet without a backup or something. Even though normally expected for it to be positive, but as I said, it's a two-way something. So yeah.
Now, if people, I believe that there are people that rely on you. Is there somebody out there that I wouldn't say you rely on, but maybe before you make your own bet, you look at what the person have done that day? Or
no, from when I just started, when I used to post games on WhatsApp, I always wait. There are times that I go to other channels and check games from there. But now, up to this extent, I can say I do everything on my own. I don't rely on anyone else, because like when I see that there are games for this day, I first of all I have to go and check the lineups, check the players are able to play that game. I check the players are injury, and I check their recent form. I also consider if they play home and away and all those things. A lot of things are there to consider before they are now going to placing the bet for that day.
Now, what would you say to somebody that is struggling? Because like I said, most people do not win, or maybe they win, but in a long run, you look at their wins and their losses, you see that their losses are dominating. Now, what do you tell this kind of people?
Firstly, for me, I first of all think that you should first of all check your source of income. That's the first thing. You should think whether that's the right thing they are doing. And now there are people that you can say that addicted already. You cannot stop. For that person that cannot stop, now they probably even consider gambling as fun. But now, during those hard periods, you get to regret why you're even doing it. But now, for that kind of person, firstly, I'll tell you that you should set a goal for yourself. Are you just gambling for fun, or you actually want to make money from it? Now, if you actually want to make money from it, then you should discipline yourself. If that you cannot place games on your own, you can look for somewhere that you can get games from. You can get games from. Then you should also set limits. You should also limit yourself the way you bet. You should not just be betting because you're in that. It's not. You can hear that PSG is playing, Real is playing. Yes, but it's not a must. I must place that bet. If you have a profit for that day, you can just say that yes, you have done it for that day. But if you say that it's there to make more, you can go in.
So these games that people see on your Telegram channel, you allow them to see those ones, meaning you still have your own private bets that you do.
Your place, yeah.
That you don't feel the need to put it out there as well. Would you consider betting as easy money?
I don't think so. You cannot consider easy money, because first of all, the risk alone is very heavy. And then you rely on people that you have never met those people in your life. You just go, you hear that they're playing today and you're putting your money on them. You have never met any of them. You don't even know how the outcome is going to look like. So, first of all, only the risk alone is very heavy. It's very heavy. So you cannot consider it as easy money. I don't think so.
But there is no physical work.
There's no physical work, but only that stress. Only during that period I was depressed. Like that, somebody can commit suicide at that point in time. It's a lot. You can commit suicide just because of the thoughts of everything.
Now, so you would say we can say betting is an easy way to lose money, but it's not easy to get money.
Yes, that's correct. It's an easy way to lose money, but it's not an easy way to make money.
Let's just do a quick round here. Just short answers.
Okay.
What's your biggest loss on a one-time bet?
2 million francs.
2 million francs. What's your biggest win?
7.8.
Wait, 7.8 million on one bet slip.
Yes.
What was the stake?
It's one of the 2 million francs bet that
One of the 2 million francs bet.
profited from, yes.
Jesus. When was this? Was it after the blow that you had?
Yeah, that's my biggest win. I can see that was before the blow that I had. Then, but after that period now, I've been placing a lot of smaller bets that are reasonable, but maybe having many of those wins.
Jesus. Anyway, a loss that taught you something.
I can
One loss that.
I can't remember the date exactly, but yeah, it has not been really long. But I think I lost that day. I placed separate bet.
Yeah.
I first of all placed a 1 million francs bet at 5 o'clock. I went to town. I'm coming back in the evening. It has lost. I placed another 1 million bet and a 500,000 francs bet that very night. The both of them still lost. After that day, I had to deactivate my account and just said, no, I'll stop betting. But the next day, I activated another account, another phone, and continued. So during that period, I just understood that, like, you should set limits. Like, for example, I told that limit. If I place just that first bet and it lost, I have no, I'll rest for that day and I continue the next day.
Yeah.
Continuing that same day now had to cause me a lot more pain. So I'll say, yes, that's my biggest lesson. Something like that.
One thing about betting that you hate.
One thing about betting that I hate. You must lose no matter what, no matter how perfect you are or what, you must
lose.
Yes.
And what is it that you like now about betting? What makes you keep on betting?
The money is sweet. The money that you win from betting is very sweet. When you need to do something, it's really sweet.
So that is why maybe most people will consider it as easy.
Yes.
Now,
consider it easy.
Is it easy to make money with small stakes or bigger stakes?
No, it should not even be based on the stakes. It should be based on the odds. For me, I'll say it's easy to make money with smaller odds. For example, most of my bets on my Telegram channel, you can see I drop mostly 2 odds. So at the time I can drop 30 odds, you'll be profitable. But now, before you want to win that 30 odds, you have to lose many of them. So the best, like, is just focusing on small odds that are likely to have the possibility to enter or to be.
Now somebody might gather 30 of those small odds. Now, like the guy that there was one time, I don't know if it's last year or his year before last, that there was a story that somebody won 400 million, or I've forgotten. That should have obviously been a very long bet slip.
A very long slip.
Yeah, now. So, do you think that it's easy to use 200 francs? Like now, for me to bet up to, in a normal betting day, let's just say, on a regular betting day, how much would you place on a bet?
100,000 francs.
Okay, now 100,000. Now, for me to use 300 francs, right up to 100,000, I will play about, that is more than 30 games, more than 30 different bet slips. And those 30 different bet slips now, what are the chances that I can win one of those? Let's say one of those games I put, the odds was like 30,000. Like,
now for me, it'd be difficult about the story. I heard the story actually. That person, that's why you even saw that lock set in. It'd be very difficult. The people that have been playing those things for more than 20 years, they have never won. It's very difficult. You cannot tell me that you have more than inside those 30 matches that you have gone and played, you don't have one major upset. Okay, if you follow these games, like on a Sunday, it can be that on one day there must be a major upset. They might say that on this particular there's a day that Real will come and draw, Barca will draw. Now, on you staking those amount of odds, there's a high possibility is 99% that must fall on such games. But now if you're focused on 2 odds, I can just say, okay, today there can be maybe 100 matches. I just go that I'll take Atletico Madrid to win today. Straight 2 odds. It's very easy. I made that money for that day. Very easy. But now if you want to make such a ticket, you have to take Atletico Madrid to win, Barca, Real, PSG, and that tomorrow you will likely have to drop points that day for the next person to be above the league table. So I just think that it's easier to place smaller bets and be profitable than going for those short bets. Because going for those short bets, first of all, let me say you can take that 30,000 or you place the first game loss, you bet back the slip without that first game, hoping that you win. Other than that, you have so that before that bet wants to finish, you have lost about 5,000 francs before you are going for the next one. But now, if you say, for example, for me, if I say that, a couple boys ask me that if you want to get into betting, what kind of capital or not. If I say for me, if you are following me, Now I can tell you that this, if that it's point at stake, let me say for somebody that's taking 10,000 francs, I'll say you should budget at least 50,000 francs. If you climb the first day, you lost on the game that posed. The second day, you lost. The chance that you lost on that day is very slim. So you should have a capital, a budget that you're working on. If you win on that second day, you can win the next day. So at least you are raising your capital. That's why if you discipline yourself, you see that betting is not like, it's not really much of something to lose money as per considering. So with discipline yourself, it'll be easier for you.
So what you are basically saying is the chances of you having a 3-day losing streak is slim.
Yes, it's very slim.
But how long have you gone without winning?
There's a time that for a week I don't have a single win.
Do you think that was due to your own maybe greed, or
So there are times I can't help it.
actually ill luck?
There are times I can't help it. But in such moments, if I say that if I place a first bet today, it losses. I place a second bet tomorrow, it losses. If I'm going with a 3D, first lower this, I'll lower my stake. I should not go get 100,000. You should take precautions. I can go with 50,000. If that day loss again, then for the 4th day, I might never even bet. I'll just go and place 20,000 just to see how things will look like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, do you feel like sometimes, because there are some games that there's especially in football that they take another turn that nobody actually even expected that it. Do you feel like some of these matches are fixed?
For me personally, I would say yes, I feel like most of these matches are fixed because there are games that you will not expect this type of outcome, but the outcome will really be shocking. For me, I feel like games are fixed. There are even games that they go and they add maybe extra time, you see 10 minutes just for a particular outcome to come to pass. So for me, I feel like games are fixed. Do you feel like
the people that are involved in these betting platforms have something to do with those fixed games?
I can say that yes, the people that have this betting platform have a hand in maybe match fixing, because like if the outcome is favorable as they want, they will be on the winning end. Then maybe they can be settling the parties that are involved.
Do you think that this Chelsea PSG match was fixed?
For me, I can't say so because first of all, if you say that when Chelsea is going to a final as the underdog, like the possibility for them is high because we have seen it with Man City and Bayern Munich in the past years. The Champions League final that I think they won, was it? I don't know, it's Manchester City or Bayern Munich, something like that.
Yeah.
And then on this Club World Cup final, I think PSG were too confident. They knew that no, they were going very confident. But now Chelsea came for them very prepared.
Who did you bet on? Did you bet on that day?
Actually, I placed a bet on PSG just because of the stats. But actually, I myself was thinking that I can place a bet on Chelsea, and the odds were very attractive. Even people that are around me, many people that said that I should place a bet on Chelsea, but they placed the bet on PSG. Just because of that, like the confidence and all the statistics.
Now, if let's say PSG and Chelsea had similar odds, like the days that they give this, do you think your approach towards that match would have been different?
Yes, my approach would normally be different because first of all, for me, it will be confusing. Now I ask myself, but why have they given them this odds? So I have to go now and check the statistics. And in such games, I'll likely play maybe you go for over or under, and then you can take both teams to score something like that.
It can also be that they intentionally put those odds like that out there to deceive people.
For me, I will not say so because they put the odds based on statistics. If you look at PSG, they have had an incredible run, and like everything, it says a lot. Look at the games they're playing against big teams, and they're making them look like small teams. Right on from the Champions League finals before we should get into this step. So it was very normal. Everybody expect PSG to win. That's why even that's what can give that guy that courage to play that 39 million bet on PSG. Knowing fully well that no, it's a game that they're going to win. Even for me, I expected a draw if anything once, but I never expected that they'll really give them that kind of trashing.
Let's say they decide to ban betting as a whole. How do you think that, first of all, would you consider it as a good or a bad move?
For me, firstly, I'll say it's a bad move because it's something that is already in the system and many people are already used to it. Many people are getting to adapt to it. So banning it now will be bad. Because for me, I think that betting gives a lot of hope to the youth. Now, you know that when there's hope, you have a reason to live when there's hope. But if there's no hope for you, there's nothing doing. Betting gives a lot of hope. So if they say they have to ban betting today, for me, I think it's a bad thing. The reason I can do is to sensitize people.
Now, you don't think, even sensitizing people, some people they still don't learn.
Yes, that's true.
Now, you don't think that putting a ban on betting would make people now decide to work harder? Now, people like you, decide to
for
work
me,
harder.
for me, for example, if they decide to ban betting today, like if you are, if you are doing business, you should be able to have some money they have stacked somewhere for something. If they decide to ban betting today, for me, talking about my own self, I've already stacked some money that I can use to get into a business or do something. So banning betting for me today will only maybe just have to give me a different type of mindset. You understand? You really have to give me a different kind of mindset. But now for other people, there are people that are not ready to work, whether you ban the betting or not. They will still result in stealing. There are a lot of things that people can do. So that is the betting, it gives them in mind, and they hope to dream. They hope to just hope that like you have something. Because even people that play those bets of 300, you will not play that kind of bet if you are not hoping to win. So when you have hope every day, it gives you a reason to live.
So now your advice to people who are already in betting and who are not yet involved in betting.
For me, if you are involved in betting, first of all, I would just have to advise you that you should be disciplined. You should not place bets because people are placing. You should mind the number of bets you place per day. It all falls under discipline. But now for those who are not into betting, personally for me, from my experience and everything, I'll tell you not to join if you're not ready for what comes with it. But if somewhere that you have the mindset already, you know what it takes, then you can join. If not, you'll be able to have that discipline because everybody has the desire to make money. If not, you can be disciplined and to do what it takes, that I can see that I can advise you to join.
What would you choose? Or what would you... Now, somebody that is not involved in betting, would you advise the person... If the person is trying to choose between betting and Forex, have you tried Forex before?
Actually, I've not tried Forex before. I actually have someone with my elder brother.
Into Forex?
Yes, into Forex. Personally, for me, I cannot judge the both. I can see that's why many people say both are the same thing. They all involve risk taking. So for me, I just say go with what. But another for me, I feel that Forex requires more discipline. If you can be disciplined enough, you can go with Forex, and you should also be able to have capital. You should have money. You are going in.
Okay, guys. This was eye-opening. I appreciate you, Benzo Bets, for breaking it down for us like this today.
Thank you too.
Betting is not just luck. It involves strategy and discipline, a lot of discipline. All of us have heard the amount that that has drowned, money that can purchase a car. Not everybody are willing to put that amount of money somewhere, because the truth is, to come up with that amount of money is not...
It's not easy.
Yes, money to get a car, even if it's Yaris. It's not easy. So, if you want to know more about Benzo and his bets, he has a Telegram channel, Benzo Bets. You can check him out. I think you'll find out all you need to know. And if you have been able to watch right up to this point, I think you should give us a like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, leave a comment. If you watching this also maybe have had a bad experience with betting, let us know in the comments. Tell us what you think about sports betting and all that, and then we hope to see you in our next episode. Bye for now.